All right. Goats in a bad way for Week 17. Chris, go ahead. You get the first pick as we wrap up the regular season GOAT award.
Well, how could we not pick the Doug Pederson and the Eagles? I think that's right now where I'd got to start, just by the way everything has gone down since late in the third quarter on Sunday Night Football. Just the replacement of Hurts for Sudfeld, the backlash, everything since then, kind of the reeling in the post-game press conference. And, yeah, he's in a tough spot now to where he's going to really have to do, some homework here and get into some people's ears as far as guys on his team and clean this up. So I'll go with Doug Pederson as my first pick.
I agree with you. Obvious first choice. I'm going to stay in the division. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy for two reasons. And this was the game that, they thought if they win, they have a chance to get to the playoffs. Little did they know that the Eagles had another thought in mind. But there was the moment where it was 20-15 after a touchdown, and they didn't go for two. I'm no high-end analytics expert, but season on the line, fourth quarter, down 5 after scoring a touchdown, I think you go for two. I just think you do. I don't need the chart to tell me you go for two in that spot. And then the non-challenge on the catch,
the third down,
looked like it wasn't a catch.
Right.
Yeah, it would have forced the Giants to try a field goal. It would have been a fairly long field goal. And for those two reasons, Mike McCarthy, the guy that has Cowboys fans wishing that Jason Garrett was on their interview list for 2021, but alas, that won't be the case.
Well, yeah, the season started with some head-scratching decisions there in Dallas, and the season ended that way. So I think that kind of just says what kind of year it was there altogether. They got a lot of things to fix there with the Dallas Cowboys for sure. All right, I'm going to go to Chris Streveler, Arizona Cardinals. Not that it was an easy position, and I'm totally, aware of that. Man, it's not, you haven't played football all year. Hey, it's week 17. You got to play in a really meaningful game. Very tough. But I think the big thing is 7-5 football game, moving down the field, fringe field goal territory, and it was just the way the 84-yard pick six interception went down, where it was just like, wait, you guys are controlling this game. Wait, you're going to be able to go into the field in the halftime maybe with a 5-point lead. And then the actual play itself, I mean, Mike, if you can remember, it's kind of like, what was he doing? Who was he throwing the ball to? It was so bad it's hard to figure out what the hell went on. Did the receiver run the wrong route? Did he just have a brain fart and just throw it? I don't know what the hell happened, but that was the changing point in the game. That was the moment the Rams took over and really never relinquished power from there on out.
Maybe he was studying too much Jared Goff film in advance of the game. Anyway, I feel I have mixed feelings about it because the guy got thrust into
it's very tough. I know.
Kyler Murray got hurt.
I'm mixed too. I know it's tough.
I watched enough of his CFL highlights last week to say I don't get it. So I don't know. The Cardinals see something, but I don't get it. All right. Next one for me. Not that it would have made a difference in the outcome of the game, but I have to say this. We do have personal responsibility when it comes to avoiding the virus, especially when your job hinges on your ability to not test positive and show up and work. How in the hell did Ryan Fitzpatrick let himself get exposed and test positive last week and not be available for Week 17? I think he went to Harvard. I may have heard at some point in the past 15 years that Ryan Fitzpatrick went to Harvard. I'm not sure. I may have to check his Wikipedia page. But how do you let yourself do it? And I haven't seen any explanation from him or anyone else, but this guy would have played at some point on Sunday. And again, it probably wouldn't have made a difference given the way the Bills just steamrolled them. But if Brian Flores had seen it coming early and said, the hell with it, get Fitzpatrick in there, who knows what would have happened? And the playoffs were riding on it. And, we harped all year on guys doing smart things to stay safe. That week was the week to avoid testing positive. I know he's got a bunch of kids, but he went to Harvard. Come up with a way to keep yourself clean and away from any possibility of getting it with the season on the line. Chris, I don't know. Am I being too harsh?
A little bit. I think so, yes.
All right, that's fine.
I know, but I understand. Listen, we talked about it a lot where you got to put yourself almost in a bubble here, but it doesn't mean you're going to come away undefeated against COVID. It is a tough one. I feel bad for him. I mean, I thought you were going to go with Tua more than likely because I
thought about it, but
Fitzpatrick
could have
goat. It's like a double goat. His goatness added to the goatness of Tua altogether, and it exposed him a little bit to a degree either way. But yeah, not a good look for them at the end of the day. And I don't know if Fitzpatrick, he'll probably be out of Miami when this year's over anyways. Man, I got a few to pick from here. Tua, I was thinking about that, but I'm not going to go with that since you just went there. How could I not? I mean, I'm Teddy Bridgewater, that Texans defense. I think about them with, 18 seconds left and you let a 60-yard bomb down the middle of the field. But really, like, how could I not pick the Bengals front seven? Like, how can you not after what that – I mean, that was video game. In fact, that was more – I don't even know. I used to play Madden a lot. You can't rush for 400 yards in a game on Madden. That is unbelievable that happened to an NFL football team. Mike, it was so good it wasn't good when I watched the film back. It was like not even eye-popping because after a while you were like, oh, run for 10, run for 12, run for 15, run for 45, and then it was so the ordinary that you got done with the drive and you weren't even that impressed, and you had to kind of go like, damn, they just ripped off 5 runs for 80 yards. Holy crap. I mean, it was so monotonous and killing that way. So I got to go with the Bengals front seven. Wowzers.
I agree with you on that one. Real quickly, last one for me, Adrian Hill, the referee in the Lions-Vikings game. If you haven't seen it, there was a roughing the passer call in the fourth quarter when the Vikings were up 31-29, fourth and goal. A defender comes through and tackles Kirk Cousins. That's all he did. He tackled Kirk Cousins and got flagged for roughing the passer. One of the worst I have ever seen. There was nothing there that would remotely resemble roughing the passer, and Adrian Hill was right there looking at it. I don't get it. All the more reason that
Cousins didn't even say, right? He's even said it shouldn't have been called.
Cousins said, I thought it was a bad call.
Right.
All right, let's take a break.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.